Hey, how you guys doing today? My name is Denars, and I am the host of the Mars Show. Okay, and I think we got a good one today. I think we got a good one. And the title of this video is "Southern Green Beans and Potatoes." And this video is coming to you by way of Smoking and Grilling with AB. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everybody had a good day yesterday, and hope everybody continues to have a good day for the remainder of such. Now, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into it. Let's go.
Okay, folks, listen, it's the holidays, right? This is when we get down with the get down. I want you guys to take a look at some of these ingredients right here. Listen, if this don't say Southern, this is it right here. This is a Southern
Let's
style,
go.
green
Let's
bean
go.
recipe, right?
Let's
So the
go.
first thing I'm getting ready to do is I'm gonna take, my bacon. Let's go ahead and get this open. You know what I mean? So that I can go ahead and start to brown this. This is gonna be
All right, we starting out with the bacon. That's always a good step. That's always a good step. Let's go. Let's go.
key. And we're gonna need all of that bacon grease and all of that inside there. Because listen, we leveling up for flavor. You know why? Because we bringing out grandmama, or we bringing out, our aunties and all of that. We want it to be right. So let's get it. All right, like the holidays, right? This is really like that family time. I love the fact that it just takes me down that time machine. You guys will hear me say that quite often. You can see I already snapped all of these
He gonna take us on down memory lane today. Let's go. Let's go.
green beans right here. But just so you guys can see how I do them. Sometimes I take this little piece off like this, that little tip, but something this long, we like to just snap it about that size. Like try to get, 3 out of it. So you get them like this and just add them to there. You want to try to like multitask. I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below. Have you ever snapped your beans? A lot of people don't, folks.
I remember them days back in the day coming through there snapping them beans for Granny. Let's go. Let's go.
That art
Fresh too. Fresh out the garden. Let's go. Let's go.
is becoming lost. All right, so listen. When I do my bacon, I do not cook my bacon, where it be crispy. For this type of dish, I like it to be pliable, soft, still have a little fat on the end because that all, melts and gives us that flavor. Again, I'm gonna emphasize
Music to my ears. Let's go. We'll move on. We'll move on.
this is a holiday, and this is what you want to do, folks. Okay, so hopefully I can get you guys to see this right here. See how soft that is? You still see that we got a little fat
Malleable, it's pliable, like he said. Let's go. Let's go.
right here. This is what we want, right? So get yourself a paper plate or a plate, just line it with some paper towels, right? And what you want to do is you just want to, drip it a little bit, drain a little bit of that. But when you put it on the paper towel, that'll absorb, some more of it, right? So we'll put this just like this. Now the ones on the edge, you know how it go. Now, with it being a holiday, folks, you know what? You see all of this right here? That's that goodness. We want to save some of that. You know what I mean? I'm going to only
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
save just a little bit. I'm going to take this, put that down, and we just put this over the top. All right? And we start letting this just absorb, some of the fat. Now, don't forget, I've always saved my bacon grease, right?
too.
But we're going to mix some of this. And to be honest with you,
I don't necessarily use it, but it's easier for the cleanup. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes I do. It depends on what I'm making. Leave that little secret to me.
could have made all of this inside of here, but just for the sake of, filming, I did it this way. Now I done it last time like this, in here, but I did the bacon this way because, you guys can just see it, right? So I'm gonna take this off, all right? I can't never really fill this up because I cook a lot of with the bacon grease, right? So put this here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit inside of here, right? Just a little bit. That's enough.
Okay, breaking it down. Let's go. Let's
Now
go.
the rest, I'm gonna take my strainer, I'm gonna put this here, and now I'm gonna pour that in there. Now I'm gonna tell you, when my grandmother did this process right here, she didn't use no strainer.
Strainer. Yep.
My granny would just pour this straight in there with all of the, look right there on the edge.
Yep.
Look right there. She poured all of it in. She said, that's the bits that make it right. You guys let me know down in the comment section below. What did your grandmama or grandfather, tell you? How was it handed down? All right, so look, I
Just like that. You put it all up in there. Let's go. Let's go.
take my bacon grease. Now I want to build this up and get some heat in here, right? But we want to infuse this with a little flavor, right? I went ahead and peeled everything, from my onion. Now, I do mine like this. You guys tell me how you do yours. I'm only going to put, this is like a large one. It'll take all of this, about it. Now, I'm going to say about 3/4 of it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, I will help it cut down. You know what I mean? Render down. But by having the fat, inside of there, we're going to drop this in here. Once that temp come back up, we're going to put that in there and we're going to start working that. Then
Because it's going to cook all of that down real quick, and cook together. Let's go.
next, we're gonna go ahead and do the potatoes. I could just do a little tester to see if my heat, my grease is high. It is.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this in here. And when you hear it like that, don't forget, when you hear it sizzling like this inside of here, this is an onion. It's nothing but like 70 or 80% water,
Okay.
So when you put that in there, it'll just move around, like that. Or we gonna move it around and we gonna break these down. Now, I always say I like to give my onions a head start. So this is why I'm putting this in here. Now, if you guys would have used your own pot, you might would have had a little fine down there in the bottom of those bits. That's just fine. This onion to pick everything up off at the bottom. Now, let's talk about these red potatoes.
Yeah, and we coming with the red potatoes. Yeah, that's down home. That's down home for sure.
These are pretty much all the same. They already been washed. When they dry, they start looking crazy again. All of the ones are the same, like more of the smaller ones. You know what I mean? We're going to put them over here like this because there's no need for me to go ahead and even cut those. These right here, I'm probably going to cut these in half. I probably need to cut them all in half. You know why? Because if somebody going to go ahead and say, you know what, AB? I'm going to take one of these. Somebody else going to take one. And then they're going to take another. And then we ain't going to have enough. I think I'll just take these 4.
He said just ain't going to be enough to go around. Let's go.
Leave those alone. And I'll cut these in half. Just so that we have enough. All right, so I'm gonna drop my potatoes in here right now. Let them pick up a little bit of this concentrated flavor.
Yes, sir.
All right. See how that onion breaking up? And now you can see that all of the the red potatoes is coated. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, we building it, folks. All right, so.
From the ground up, building it from the ground up. Let's lay that foundation. Let's go, AB, let's go.
I'm gonna be using Creole Kick. This gives me that southern, that down south. This is it right here. Most of you guys have.
Is that the one, AB? I think that's the one.
Have this in your cupboards already. If you don't, no worries. Go to my website, smokingandgrillingwithab.com. And that's WITAB.com, for the full printable recipe, right? I'll have an option for you guys to use, make your own.
Y'all hear them. Y'all know what to do. I ain't got to say it. Let's go.
All right. So now you can see that we got some garlic in there. We only going to stir this around just for about
it just brings a smile to my face. I don't know about yours. It really does.
I'm gonna say maybe like 30 seconds. Just enough so that when it hits your nose, you good. We golden, as they say. Now, how are we gonna stop that from burning? Because it's touching all of that. We're gonna go ahead and bring in, some broth.
Okay.
And this is chicken broth. Right? There we go. Let's get this in there. Now you want to raise your flame, your flame underneath, right? You want to put this on high. Trust me, folks, if you're doing any Friendsgiving, taking a potluck or something like that, I got several videos that I knock them dead. Now, I got it. Most people say, dang, I got to make. Listen, when you do the potluck, tell them you're going to make the green beans, you're going to make the mac, and you're probably going to make the candy yams. You take that to the office. After that, well, watch out, because next year they're going to ask you to cook Thanksgiving dinner for.
Because guaranteed you going to shut the potluck down with that menu. Guaranteed you going to shut it down.
All right, so we bringing this back up to a boil. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. We just going to cut this down. I mean, it really ain't nothing to show. You know what I mean? And earlier I said, take this, get your bacon, put it on a napkin so it'll drain and all of that. But check this out. We got bacon grease in the inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this down, right?
Yeah.
You cut them as big as you would like or small as you would like. I don't want to do bacon bits. I want to actually go in there and get myself a little bacon.
Dealer's choice on this one. Dealer's choice. Let's go.
You can do more bacon. That's one of the things about these recipes that you guys are seeing on the internet, whether it's myself or anybody else. You guys add whatever you would like to add to it or take out whatever and then make it your own,
That's right.
These are really just bases.
We laying down the fundamentals here. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go.
The rest is up to you. The rest
you
is
can
up
just
to
see
you.
how we leveling this up with layers of just flavor, right? Not only flavor and texture. Now, let's talk about like the salt and the balance and all of that, right? So when you putting chicken broth in, we got bacon. That's got a little bit of a salt content to it. Also, you got to have a little bit of sugar to balance it. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna go ahead and just give this 2 pinches. I'll give you guys the exact measurements on my website, but just 2 pinches does it for me. You know what I mean? You guys can do it however you want to. And no, it does not make it sweet. Usually when I do that, people say, man, I don't like nothing sweet. with that. But most people that say they don't like sweet stuff, promise me they do. I promise you they do, because they like sweet and savory. They just don't know it. All right, so now
It's sweet and savory is something else. That's a special combination. Let's go.
we're just gonna go ahead and start adding our green beans to it.
Yeah,
So
boy.
we just move this around.
Boy.
You can add a little bit more water to it, and I'm gonna show you what you do, because I got the concentration right down in the bottom as far as our liquor, as far as the green beans go. Nobody want to call this the liquor too, also, but this is it too. All right, so if you look right here, depends on how many green beans you put in here, right? You can see it's really no liquid up here at the top.
Okay.
You could treat these like greens because they're gonna steam and get soft. Okay. But I do add some more to it. Okay. Right? So obviously you guys see me holding a table.
Sorry, I'm learning, y'all. My bad. I'm learning just like y'all. Let's go.
Tablespoon. If you look,
let's learn together.
This is what I use to level up my water, instead of just always using chicken broth or chicken stock. You know what I mean? So I got a couple of cups here. I'm just gonna put a heaping tablespoon in there. And just
swirl around.
Give this a stir. And then I'm gonna take it and we just pour it inside. And that right there is gonna be enough, folks. Now we're gonna put a lid on it and we're gonna cook it. I'm gonna check this after about 20 minutes just to see how, soft my beans are, and then check my potatoes. They usually be about ready about the same time. You know what I mean? So let's leave it like this. Let me get my top, and I'll see you guys in 20 minutes. All right, folks, look, I checked this at 20 minutes. It was getting right. And by the size of my red potatoes, you know what I mean? Let's just go ahead. I'm gonna turn this off because they're ready. So really the whole time right here is like we coming up on 30 minutes, right? So break it away from yourself.
That's not, ooh, look at that steam. Look at that steam. Maybe forget what I was gonna say, boy. All right, go ahead, AB. You got it.
Just giving you guys some heads up. Don't break it up, pick it up like this and let that steam come up there. I had got me a nasty, steam burn. So always break it away from yourself. So you guys can take a look inside of here, right?
AB's life hack number 30. I probably just made that up because I don't know where we at. AB's life hack number 30. We'll start there. Let's go. That sounds about right.
Now, this is him. You know what I mean? They nice, soft. Ooh, my goodness.
Look how them beans cook down, boy. Look how them look how them potatoes just engulfed all of that flavor down in that pot. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Now you guys check it at 20 minutes and figure out what's the texture that you want. But this right here, I got y'all folks. This your texture right here. I'm gonna take this. Excuse me, you can look at the color of your liquor or your liquid.
That good old pot liquor. Let's go.
Whichever one you want to call it. You know what I mean? And you could just see that all of this is seasoned, right? So what you want to do is you just want to take it and whatever you're going to present it in, you can do it. Now I know I got a slotted spoon, but if I leave anything in there, which I will, let me just scoot this over here. I'll just pour it inside of here. I love these like deep casserole dishes like this.
Yes, sir.
They make for great presentation.
Yes, sir.
And there's my buddy. Look right here.
There he is. Where you at, AB?
Now you guys will know why I cut in quarter and do what I do with the onions, just so you can have that. Make yourself a real one. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go. We're going to go ahead and dig right on in there. Let's go. Let us know what it's hitting for, AB.
Just keep tasting them on the side. So what I'm doing now is I'm really trying to get in here, just get a little potato. Got to get myself a little bit of this bacon. All right, that'll do it right there.
You got to.
We'll leave that in the inside. I got a fork. You guys can come in here and take a look at that.
Right. Let us see. Look at that. Potatoes cut perfectly. They cook down good. The beans is tender. Like you said, he cut those onions nice and fancy. See that onion sitting up in there just nice and pretty? Yeah. AB's done it again.
Right, you can just see even when it hits the side. Look at that. That's the seasoning. This is what does it, folks. You can see it right there. We're going to call it our green bean liquor. Right? So I'm going to go in here and get me some. I always be talking and all that, and I can feel my mouth, getting ready for it and all of that. That sounds tricky, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say pause.
Yeah, pause on that, AB. You beat me to it, but
you know what I mean? But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna get out of here and get some of them green beans, some of that bacon, and some of that potato. Cheers, y'all. I don't know what to say about this one right here, folks. super easy. I know I say that on a lot of things, but that's the way my brain processes these recipes. You know what I mean? I look at them as some of them were handed down to me. I just make them simple. I don't go in there like overthinking and nothing like that. This right here, this is really truly a beginner's recipe that you can have outstanding results. You can't get this one wrong. Now, with that being said, I want you guys to talk to me down in the comment section below. Is this what you grew up on? And if it's not, you finna pass this along down to your kids. Now, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, check this out. There's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. Hey, I want to say this part too. At the end of this right now, you guys see a bunch of names at the end, right? Those are people who pay, they got different levels. I give a recipe, go check out the memberships, look and see what you like. And one thing I want to tell you that I think most people don't really think about is the fact that when I put the name in the back of these videos, it's there forever. Makes you immortal. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.
That's what's up. All right, there we go, man. There we go. We appreciate you, AB, all the time, all the time. You really took us down there through memory lane today. Brought up a couple old school thoughts that I definitely have forgot about down in the kitchen, and you learn a lot. You're really passing down memories and recipes in the kitchen. That's very important. That's very important. Hope everybody enjoyed the video. You guys be safe out there, and we will do it all again next time. Later.